see the #4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really. Job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to pass, it's Lagway. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was the #1 team you wanted to beat.
Got the quick pass. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And now on second down for this offense. Gonna look downfield again. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which generally, those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got him still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They get set for the point after as we have the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Just a short pass to the tight end. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's dealt. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. You run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Just keeps slinging it. Fires left.
Oh, shit.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Keeps the play going. Looking to scramble. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hansen. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Might be looking to run. Touchdown, Gator! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To the air, it's Stockton. The sure hands, it's Branch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Fucking stupid.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught close to the marker. It's dealt. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
So annoying.
Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
guy picked the fucking...
Unloads to the wideout.
It was an overtime, and he picks the fucking... I tried to go for 2, and he picked field goal defense, and somehow I fucking...
One more snap
Yeah,
coming
and he
before
sacked me.
halftime.
And he had no timeouts, so I thought it was going to be an
On
easy
3rd
fucking
and long,
score.
trying to have a big completion here. Finds a man on the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half.
How am I going to go to the gym if I'm stuck on this game?
And the Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's down at the 41, that's a 1st down.
Making
It's
some money
amazing
today?
in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Caught over the middle, it's Frazier. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the 2nd level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get...
He's looking deep. He's got it on the outside. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Finds his man. It's Webb. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it down at the 34.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Buying some time. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
You're going to have to design something a little bit better than that, fellas. I mean, you're throwing the football. You get 1 yard, and that was not an easy catch, by the way. He toe-tapped, made sure he got his foot down, but I don't know if that was worth it for a 1 yard.
He's got it. 1st down and more. The Gators drop to the ground, but not
Go Gators! Here we go! You haven't got a win in fucking 2 days. Okay. Yeah.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Shot him in the toe.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. A 1st down run in the red zone. He works his way
They didn't look
all
you
the way
up before
down
you
to the
moved
3,
in?
and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal.
Do you think you would have still let me come for
and
real?
there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating
you had
play
another
when you
guy.
go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in
You
my
know what
quarterback
really
here to
made
make
me
the right
come was
decision.
that you
Looks like
didn't
we're
ask
gonna
for
have
1st
to
and
throw it,
last.
But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to
That's
take
what
a
we got
sack,
to do with
lose
Jay.
extra
No,
yardage
I'm
here,
just kidding.
be smart
We need
with the
1st,
football.
last, and security, Jay.
And now
Dude,
after
give me
getting
3
knocked back,
months,
they'll
man.
try it
Look at this
again,
deposit
this time
back
from
in
the
me,
5
man.
on
Don't
3rd
worry.
and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, I love the idea by the offense here on third down close to the goal line, trying to get one of their best playmakers in space with the push pass. But I love the defense, understanding where the ball is, great eye discipline. They rally to it, and they get the TFL now setting up fourth down.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
You love the dogs.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw at Stockton. Finds a tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why QBs love their
You
tight
know I
ends so
get
much, right?
scared
Especially
when I
they're
walk up the
athletic, 'cause they
stairs
make
after
short
work.
throws
I feel like they're
turn
going to
into
scare me
long
every
gains
time I'm
because of
waiting
his
on it.
ability after the catch. It's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
I'm like, is there someone a robber in here? Like I'm like, who the fuck's in here?
With a huge lead, they've got to
And then sometimes I check the third room.
Throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go.
You hear shit, don't you?
Wants to throw on first down. Under fire.
I'm telling you, dude.
Can't find his man.
I'm laying on the couch at nighttime and I hear like creaks and shit. I'm like, motherfucker,
Well, there have been way
leave
too
me
many
alone.
completions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing. Obviously, they've never been
The
able to
dryer
get into a
kept
rhythm
going.
at
Nah, I
this
would have been
juncture
freaking
here in a
out.
2-minute situation
But then a car
in
will
your
drive
own
by
end.
and it'll
You gotta
settle
find
my
ways to
nerves.
start throwing
I'm like, okay, there's
completions
cars
somewhere out
outside.
on the field to get back in this game.
Going up top again. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play.
This guy's really trying to win. I'm up by 10 with a minute left.
Coming out
He's
with the
driving,
first set of
bro.
downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Why can't I get pressure?
To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Dogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. He's looking to throw. Big fella moving. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. Off the play fake. He wants it all. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive.
He quit. See ya. The bike's been sent out tomorrow. Better run that goddamn car, bitch. I'm not gonna fuck your ass up, bitch. I wanna eat these strips up out of here. There's a road crawling around. Hey, Jeff. What the fuck is that shit? Okay. I'm back. Fuck! Fuck! Bullshit. Oh, Forrest! Right. I'm 3,535. 9 and 4. Wait, I thought he just won. Yeah, that was a bad one. Gentlemen, did I win the race for Miami? That's what I need to know. Alright, here we go. Go, Gators!
Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
I'm coming.
And the Gators will put total leather to crank us up.
I'm coming. All right, you nifty lying fuck. Do you want to use Singleton all
no
game?
Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Reynolds. Oh, out of space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for room, it's Allen. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air, it's out. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes a connection. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Almost popped free on the screen, but he'll be stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
No first down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play, and it sets up now a 4th down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it.
Unbelievable. Come on!
Touchdown, Penn State!
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Coming out with it, it's Ball. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got his man quickly. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here's the pressure. Scrambling away. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide open spaces. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Great place to start for this offense. He'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That's caught. It's Sturdivant. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
With the catch, it's Ball. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Bringing the heat. On the run, still looking. Makes the catch. It's Ball. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a gap. It's Ball.
Now it's getting sent out
from
tomorrow.
the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Moving away from pressure. Escapes the sack. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Aller. Oh, they're after him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Nittany Lions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws for the tight end. Got his man on the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Fuck! You go to a fucking tree and destroy it with a fucking Indian bush like that, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Shit don't make no fucking sense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Pena. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. Got enough for the 1st down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air. It's Lagway. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On fourth down, going to the air. Snagged on the outside, it's Wilson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer. And how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Gators can really attack on this second and short. Floating away. The throw. The short hands. It's ball. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Working that left side now.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking to scramble. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. What a disappointment. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously,
You
you've
got
three
you.
timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The play action fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Aller. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Reynolds. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz, you may have to sell out. You might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession and give yourself a chance to win.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And your offense, you're talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost them big.
The throw to the outside is complete. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. The quick out.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
Got it in the middle. It's Sturdivant. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Grabs it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
Let's go!
And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's open on the right. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Dropping back, it's Allard. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB long.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Gotta find a completion on this one. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff.
Yeah.
This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be...
That's about to get off.
Yeah, the song was talking like music video. Look at Earl all good. Look at shit, they were in and out and they had to play music videos and shit.
enumeration option is set to off.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Ncaa. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
Right into this guy's record.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. To throw, it's Lagway. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. Just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect.
He's loose. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass on second down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Going for it all. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down, and of course, they're in field goal range.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's the heat. Here's he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Ncaa. Dumps it to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Peoples. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Now, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time,
lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Picked off. What a way to set him up.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First down. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's ball. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Got him downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gators! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So
there he goes. It's a running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Back to pass. It's Ncaa. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Flips it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Back to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got a man. It's Wilson. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's ball. There he goes. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man downfield. At the 20, he's got space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Tate. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He lobs one high down the left side.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Trying to get behind the defense. And he's got it inside the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He hurls one deep down the left side.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. On the ground, it's Peoples. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. They'll give it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Peoples. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A little less room to work with now as the ball is at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. Two straight runs, and they've been knocked down in the backfield, and now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Max going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been
trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so it's a 2-point conversion attempt. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air, it's Lagway. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.